if you're looking for some sort of mixture between legitimate airplane racing, and then of course we had the NASCAR Championship last weekend here at Phoenix Raceway, well, we got something really fun going on this weekend right here in the Valley. This is the Inside Lane. I am your host, Devon Henry, getting ready for Nitro Rallycross. Okay, maybe you haven't heard of that before. It's a little bit new, at least going nationally, but to help us learn a little bit more about what this sport is, we welcome in a 2000 AMA Pro Motocross 125 class champion, an 11-time X Games gold medalist, and a 4-time Rally America national champion. Driver of the Subaru Motorsports, number 199 from Annapolis, Maryland, it's Travis Pastrana.
Wow, that was a heck of an intro, bud. I appreciate you.
I mean,
thanks for having me on the show.
Dude, it's my pleasure. Every single one of you coming out to the show here in Chandler at Wild Horse Pass Motorsports Park should be getting some kind of intro like that. The weather is gorgeous. The track I want to get to in a minute because it's incredible. But first and foremost, you've already been here in the Valley for a little bit. You got to get a little bit of the pleasures of Arizona, going to the Arizona Coyotes game last night at Gila River Arena. Although I think you're kind of more used to seeing that with dirt, with you know, all the nitro stuff going on over there, typically Nitro Circus. So I know it's a little bit different, but not every day you get to have a jersey swap and get to have a custom Coyotes jersey. I mean, so far so good. How's your time in Arizona been so far?
It's been absolutely awesome. I tell you what, we've had some tough weather with the first 2 rounds. Looking forward to getting here. The dirt is great. The track is probably, I was thinking it was going to be a lot more flat out at Wild Horse Pass just by looking at the pictures, but getting out here, we have some awesome elevation. There are 3 jumps over 100 feet. The drivers are as much scared as they are excited, but it is going to be one heck of a good time. We got a PT Cruiser race, $500 like bring your own car kind of thing. Those guys are probably not going to make any of the jumps, but either way, it's going to be exciting. We got freestyle motocross. Saturday and Sunday is going to be absolutely awesome out there at Wild Horse Pass.
The 13th and the 14th right here at Wild Horse Pass Motorsports Park, and you guys have done this for a while up in Utah, and this year you said, okay, we're going national. Next year you want to go global, but why make a stop here in Arizona?
You know, to be honest, you guys, you have great weather this time of year, great dirt. We had known Wild Horse Pass for the truck racing and thought, you know what, if we can get in there and make some modifications, we could race, the track that's already somewhat pre-existing, and we could do it even bigger, even better. And I think it's going to be the best stop on the circuit.
Well, I was looking at the track too, and when you guys initially came out with the track map, I was like, maybe they're going to use like the asphalt road course, because this looks nothing like the dirt track that the trucks have used, the off-road trucks in the past. So I was like, okay, maybe they're going to go on the asphalt and do like a mix of asphalt with the jumps and the tabletops and the dirt. But no, you guys like legitimately almost demoed the track, rebuilt it so that it fits rallycross and the way that you guys race. Who is designing this track? Because it looks ridiculous.
Well, if it goes well, that was me. If it goes bad, then I'm sure I can try to put that on somebody else. But no, it's cool. This track is designed by the drivers. You had Steve Arpin, former NASCAR racer, coming out and helping. You got all the guys here at Wild Horse Pass. You got Hubert Rowland. We call him everyone's favorite redneck. He's been a fixture on Nitro Circus, and it's just pretty much saying, how far can the cars go? What do we have to work with? And we've been here all week making the biggest and hopefully the safest jumps that we've ever had. So the track is going to be a lot of fun. We got over-under cross. So after the first turn, which is our first dirt start we've ever had at Nitro Rallycross, we'll be jumping over the cars that are going underneath. So it's gonna be pretty wild. Kyle Busch, it's his first race, so he hasn't seen the track yet. I'm a little nervous when he gets there. He's just gonna pack up his bags and head home, but I think it looks pretty good from my perspective.
The 2-time NASCAR Cup Series champion Kyle Busch joining you guys this weekend, and you did a little bit of recruiting back at Martinsville. You got Chase Elliott to say yes. I know I was talking to Kyle Larson after the championship, and he said he'd be willing to entertain any offers to race anything, but it sounds like maybe some other members of the family might say no here and there. But looking specifically at Kyle Busch, what did it take to go and get a guy who really hasn't raced outside of asphalt his entire life besides like the prelude to the dream, and convince him, hey, this is going to be great. Come on over here. Just on dirt. You'll get it. You're fine. Have fun.
Yeah, I've seen Kyle on dirt plenty. I've seen Kyle on everything. I'd say he's one of the greatest drivers in the world, and I think the NASCAR drivers are very underrated. But either way, it's going to be fun. We're the fun series. We didn't really have to ask too hard for Kyle Busch. It was like, hey, Kyle, do you want to come race? He's like, yeah. Is it after the series? Yes, sir. He's like, let's do it. So, I mean, that's literally as long as the conversation took. It was a little longer with Toyota and all of his sponsors, but no, I mean, we've got a pretty good track record. It's definitely kind of difficult when you see cars flying, literally 30 feet in the air with just a couple inches of suspension travel. They're super fast, but they're still cars. They're still Subarus and Fords and whatever. So Toyotas, it's going to be one heck of a race. But yeah, Kyle is a phenomenal driver. I've seen him at Race of Champions. Doesn't matter what he gets in, he's amazing. So I'm going to be really disappointed if he gets in and beats us all in his first outing, but also very stoked. I'm just really stoked to see Kyle wants to come out, have some fun. I mean, they have like 40 race weekends out of the year, and when they have their first weekend off, he wants to come race, and I just think that says a lot about his character and just kind of, he's a born racer. It's going to be awesome.
So when the fans go out to Wild Horse Pass Motorsports Park, what should they kind of be expecting? Because you've talked about before, not only is this like a mix between airplanes and actual cars flying everywhere, but also it's something where you think that F1 drivers, IndyCar drivers, NASCAR drivers, as we talked about, should be coming here to get challenged, have a challenging track, a challenging car, and to go out and have fun. So with all that happening with the track, the guest drivers, what should the fans in the stands and the fans even out on the concourse be expecting when they come out to a track that some of them are somewhat familiar with the former off-road trucks?
Yeah, well, hopefully people know where the track is. It's right next to the casino. It's not far. It's 20 minutes from the airport, probably less than that. At the end of the day, this has to be fun for the whole family, and that's what we do well with Nitro Circus. We've learned how to put on a good show. We've got freestyle motorcycles out there, putting on a show in the intermissions. We have basically a demolition derby with some $500 field cars that'll be going out there trying to jump everything. They forgot to take the airbags out the first weekend we had the race, and airbags were going off and cars were catching fire. It was about as fun as you could possibly imagine on that one. So we're of course brought that one back. So that'll be a lot of fun. We have so many different people from so many different sports and influencers, and just everyone's out there to have a good time. So it's going to be one heck of a weekend. And at the end of the day, we have the best racers in the world, all the top Europeans that the Americans have never been really able to beat at Rallycross. And right now, Scott Speed is tied with the world champion Timmy Hansen for the lead and the points. And I'm sitting fourth. So we got a pretty good shot at getting out there and dethroning the Europeans. I mean, heck, it's our sport. It's in the U.S. We're adding jumps. And I feel like that's where the Ken Blocks and the Tanner Faust and all the Americans kind of come in. So you know what? We're pretty good at racing, but we're really good at flying stuff. So it's going to be awesome.
Chatting with Travis Pastrana, the driver of the Subaru Motorsports, number 199 ahead of Nitro Rallycross here at Wild Horse Pass Motorsports Park. And I got to talk a little bit about the family, because you have your whole family, your wife's coming to show, your kids. You have them doing jumps and hot laps. They're not even 10 years old yet, for crying out loud. I want to know from you if there's anything that you've done in your past that if you see your kids doing, you're going, if I see you do this, you guys are in a heap load of trouble. That's too much for me.
Yeah, everything I've done in my past, I think. No, I mean, I definitely wouldn't push them into action sports. But if they have half as much passion as their mom does, I mean, my wife is a two-time world champion and three-time X Games gold medalist in skateboarding. And I feel like just being around all this crew and all this craziness, their perspective on normal is a little bit different, but they're pretty safe about it. And at the end of the day, that's all I can do as a parent, is to try to teach them what can hurt them, what can kill them, and hopefully they make the right decisions along the way.
Well, so far you've done pretty good in all of, entrepreneurial kind of things too. And then of course, you hold a couple of world records, a couple of gold medals, a couple of championships, stuff like that. Been pretty successful here and there. Before I let you go and get you back to the Rallycross track, got to do a segment I do with every single driver called Quick Time. Got some rapid fire questions for you. Looking for some answers in return. No factual things. It's just your opinion. You ready to set Quick Time, Travis?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Alrighty, first and foremost, I'm looking forward to this one. The favorite track that you've ever raced at, regardless of the car, and there's a lot of them.
Favorite track I've ever raced, probably the Freedom Factory down in Florida. That was pretty fun.
And why? Tell me why, man.
And to be honest, it wasn't really the track. It was the people we were doing it with. We had Alex Bowman out there from NASCAR. We had drifters.
Tucson, Arizona, baby.
Yeah. We had everybody out there, and we had all the same just beater old cop cars. And man, I tell you, Cletus McFarland, we were jumping those things. We had a limo race, so we were going around the bankings just seeing who could drift the limos the most, and the power steering went out. And it was like, yeah, I guess not really. That's not really your answer. The track, maybe Southwick, Massachusetts for motocross. I guess if we're just talking strictly track, super
Okay.
rough, super dirt bike track.
But hey, it's all about the fans too, and so that's a good point as well. So maybe that answers instead my second question: your favorite city or favorite location to travel to, and of course, Nitro Circus goes plenty of places.
Well, Phoenix, Arizona, obviously. Come on
Perfect
now.
answer. All righty, is there a discipline of racing that you haven't done that you would still like to try to do?
The only racing that I haven't done is probably drag racing.
Okay.
I mean, I've done it at a local level, but I'm talking about, I would love to get a top fuel car at some point. I mean, I don't know, maybe that's biting off more than I can chew, but it just seems like so awesome. I mean, our cars are 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, which is amazing, but they're 0 to 300 in 2 seconds, which is a little different.
I mean, there's a drag strip you could practice at next door to the Rallycross track. So I mean, maybe later.
Yeah.
Maybe later.
Well, we just need a vehicle.
Yeah, there you go. That's all. Okay, how about this? Any more bucket list drivers specifically that you want to see in Nitro Rallycross before this year ends?
Well, the season's we only have 3 rounds left. So, Kyle Busch was our first choice. And he said yes right away. Chase Elliott said yes. I think Kyle Larson, not just because he just won the NASCAR Cup Championship, but really because he's got so much dirt experience. He's just probably the best driver, definitely in the U.S. and maybe in the world right now. And I think that would be just awesome to have him come over. We got Connor Daly, who led the most laps, Indy 500. He'll be racing the next round at Glen Helen. So, it's been a pretty cool list of guys that reached out. Stenhouse was like, yeah, I'm in. And then his team was like, no, you're not. So we've got a little bit of that along the way as well. And honestly, I think Joey Logano might be in for the final round. And he's someone that I know can drive everything. So it's pretty cool.
Love the All-Star cast. Last one for you. Must do things when you come to Phoenix, Arizona.
I have to say the Coyotes game was pretty sweet last night. It was cool. A lot of the guys, had ridden motorcycles in the past, and just a really, really awesome experience. They kind of took me back there. But even if you don't get to do that, I just thought just hanging out with the basically the DJ and everything, and calling the music all night. It was just a blast, man. We had so much fun. I'd say going out to Wild Horse Pass. That's really all I've done here. We got, we wakeboarding and boating, and they've got all the off-road truck tracks, and when I come go-kart tracks, when I come here, that's kind of what I do. So it's been fun. Maybe I got to experience more though.
Yeah. Phoenix is a very, very big place. A lot of things to do. Maybe we'll see you out at Championship Weekend next year too, recruiting it. I don't know. Anyway, Travis, I appreciate your time, man. Looking forward to seeing you this weekend, Nitro Rallycross on the 13th and 14th. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited you guys are here in Arizona. I'll let you go for now, then let you get back to practice, track prep, and getting your wife to the track as well. So thanks for your time, Travis.
All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
This is the Inside Lane on Sports 360 AZ. Keep it right here for everything going on motorsports in the state of Arizona.